You know the worst thing that can ever happen to a musician? If he puts down his instrument and quits. Not because he isn't inspired anymore, but because he's dejected, rejected, misunderstood. Because the people around him or her are not listening. Not listening to the tunes that are made by their friend, their son, their daughter, their neighbor, or a simple guy working 9 to 5. A gift that goes unheard, unappreciated, and lost. Any story about music in Pakistan today starts on a sad note. But the music is still as rich as it was when they were true listeners. We are not here to revive the music scene. We are here to revive the audience. So I released my first album, it was called Paheli, in December 2015. And I was super excited while I was recording the album because it was my first album. Back then the overall music scene was pretty bad, but I thought कि अगर album release करेंगे तो probably थोड़ी सी एक hype create होगी and we'll be able to cash it in. But unfortunately when I released it, the scene was so bad, it was so pathetic and it had such a bad reception that I was completely, discouraged. What I realized then and what was the insight for Echo Records was that the culture of music in Pakistan had completely vanished. There was no culture. जो ऑलरेडी record labels यहाँ पर चल रहे थे, उनके पास जब मैं गया एल्बम के लिए तो उन्होंने कहा आप हमें कितने पैसे देंगे अपनी एल्बम लॉन्च करने के लिए. हालांकि in the West is the other way around. The labels they purchase the content from the artists and then they release it worldwide. यहाँ पे उल्टा हिसाब था. They were telling me to pay them and give them the content and I will have no say over the content, no revenue sharing, nothing at all. So it was pretty pathetic. So therefore we released Echo Records. और Echo Records का जो पहला सबसे था मिशन वो ये था कि इन इस्लामाबाद ज़रा सीन थोड़ा सा ऑन करें. वो सिर्फ इस तरीके से हो सकता था कि यहाँ पे जो आपके कैफ़ेज़ हैं, कॉफ़ी शॉप्स हैं, वहाँ पे वी स्टार्ट these gigs with indigenous artists of Islamabad. We started that in January. I think end of January we did our first gig with Maria Fatma.
You bet that I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool don't run out. Now I'll be giving it.
The venue was a new place, Classic Rock Coffee, and the artists were new. It was a new experience for Islamabad to witness unplugged rock music of their own musicians.
Some, but I won't. So take no more.
That event went pretty well. The cafe got some promotion out of it, the artists got some promotion out of it, the people of Islamabad got to listen to some new music. That was a little encouraging. उसके बाद फिर हमने एक सिलसिला स्टार्ट किया. फिर हमने Classic Rock Coffee, Second Cup, Satar Baksh, Gloria Jeans, all these cafes in Islamabad. For the past 8 months, since January till August, we were doing these gigs around these cafes. They were all unplugged mostly. And the musicians over there, they were also all from Islamabad and they were presenting mostly their original content. हम लोग एल्बम्स लॉन्च अभी भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर कोई सुनने वाला ही नहीं है, जब लोगों को आदत ही नहीं है सुनने की, तो वो एल्बम उसका खुद ही सुनते रहेंगे या घर वाले सुनेंगे, और तो कोई नहीं सुनेगा।
पुरानी जी और गिटार, मोहल्ले की वो छत और मेरे यार।
The first objective that we have is to change the entire music scene of the people. पहले audience create करें आप लोग यहाँ पे लोगों की, उसके बाद उन्हें content दें. Building up on the success of these jams that we were doing around the city, then I realized after the Gloria Jam in August, there were around 200 to 250 people who showed up for that gig, and it was pretty amazing. And I was like, यार लोग सुनना चाहते हैं. वो जगह भी थी, हर किस्म के लोग आए हुए थे, स्टूडेंट्स भी थे, फैमिलीज भी थी, वहाँ देसी क्राउड भी आया हुआ था, सारे सब लोग आए हुए थे. That was pretty encouraging. और फिर वहाँ पे मैंने सोचा कि यार अब जो है ना ज़रा सीन चुकते हैं और इसको अब लेके जाते हैं ज़रा नेक्स्ट लेवल पे. And that's when I decided to do the Echo Rock Fest, which was the official kind of launch of Echo Records as well.
You've ever had a vision or a voice that you think cannot be expressed? That you think is somewhere buried with a lot of stigmas underneath, a lot of people's saying, "Log kya kahenge?" You need that voice to let go. You need to make sure that that voice comes out. Just a bunch of college friends who recently learned how to play guitar thought they could make it big watching Iron Maiden videos and all the other concerts back in the days when there was MTV playing good shows, playing good music. Everyone had a dream that we're gonna be on a stage playing for millions and millions of people, and not just playing for them, reaching their hearts and soul. And that is where Blackhour started from.
You guys will sing this with me? Ready? Come on guys, put your hands in the air.
Memories where everything was as fresh as the
Sorry for that, guys.
डिसबिलीफ कहाँ से शुरू होता है? और डिसबिलीफ सबसे पहले तो एक गलती है हमारे नाम की. All we have to do is spell our name differently. DISSBELIEF. अब वो जो डबल एस है ना, आई थिंक वो ही हमारी पर्सनैलिटी को डिफाइन करता है. हम लोग सारे जॉनरेज या सारे म्यूजिक सीन से बहुत डिफरेंट है. हमारी इंस्पिरेशन भी डिफरेंट है, हमारा पूरा स्टाइल ऑफ म्यूजिक ही डिफरेंट है. लेकिन ऑल द वाइल ना, जो हमारा लिसनर होता है ना, वो जब हमें सुनता है वो कहता है कि यार आई हैव हर्ड दिस म्यूजिक बिफोर. हमारे साथ रिलेट बहुत ज़्यादा कर सकता है.
Misery and hope, guys.
The shadows are closing in. Darkness draws me. Your disbelief leads you astray. Hold fast to Time itself has stopped for us. Home is but a lost dream. Alone we are in this blood. Will I ever see you? Will I ever touch you again? As the judgment comes so soon, or will the sun shine once again? Been out, oh brother, this time shall stand still. Now this storm, no time breaks so well. Lie on like this the night turns to day.
I've always been a man on a mission, reaching out for the goals that I've set out for myself and always trying to change the world that surrounds me and improving people wrong. Always making a statement and expressing myself from music and film. And I've never ever stopped believing in myself. I think that's just me in a nutshell. Jasim, Haider and the Pindi Boys is a group of 4 young men with me on the vocals and guitars and sometimes everything. Adil Harun on lead guitars, Iman on drums, and one and only Mohsin Hilicious Reddy with the badass bass. So yes, we're 4 people, trying to make a difference and working on our album these days, which will be released by the end of this year. It's called Pindi Blues.
मिला दे यार मुझे, एक बार तू आएगी फिर नहीं जाएगी कोकोरीना, कोकोरीना कोकोरीना, मत सता यार मुझे, कोकोरीना कोकोरीना, तेरे बिन बाहर न सजे, एक बार तू आएगी फिर नहीं जाएगी कोकोरीना। उजाला कर दे आके।
So for the Rock Fest, I was looking for a band. I saw these boys play, they're called Resonance back then, at these gigs जो हम लोग करा रहे थे. And they were all like under 20 and super like crazy skilled boys. मतलब एक boy तो ऐसे गिटार इधर बजाता है ना, उसका तो मतलब वो एक signature move बन गया हुआ है. फिर एक और अमान, he's so wired into his guitaring and his instrument. He's a really good player. उसके अंदर भी mad skills हैं. और एक हमारा bassist है. He also plays for AARISH. His name is Fahad Sikandar, and he's also with our Echo team. And वो भी full मस्त मलंग type आदमी है. And then on drums we had Sheru. So we started jamming. And I was in Sakhar back then doing a documentary. मैंने उनको 3 गाने भेजे एल्बम के. मैंने कहा यार ये 3 गाने हैं, इस पे आप थोड़ा सा जैम करो और देखो कैसा फील आता है when I get back. तो we'll jam together. And I was so amazed when I came back. वो जो गाने, the way they were recorded with Jonah back over there, they had like completely broken it down and they were like pros at it, and the rolls and the riffs and the solos and everything. They were so hooked into it. I was like completely impressed. और उसके बाद फिर हम लोग we came together as a band, and now we are officially called Ali Ashraf and the Crazy Vibes, because all these boys, they have really crazy vibes going around them. So this is pretty the energy is pretty amazing.
सहरा गाया जो दुनिया ने पाई करती इन भी दसवारा वटे आपने मेरे साथ एक बार और गाना
SOS हमारे लिए सिर्फ एक बैंड या म्यूज़िक बजाना नहीं है, बल्कि ये एक सफ़र है जो पिछले 10 सालों से हम लोग साथ गुजार रहे हैं। इन 10 सालों में बहुत सारे अच्छे और बुरे वक्त साथ देखे हैं और हमारा म्यूज़िक और हमारे लिरिक्स उन्हीं इवेंट्स की रिफ्लेक्शन है। बेसिकली हमारा बैंड एक मीडियम है जिसके थ्रू हम अपनी इमोशंस को एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं। जो जॉनरा हम लोग प्ले करते हैं वो मर्जर है इंडी रॉक और अल्टरनेटिव रॉक का, और हमारे मोस्टली फोकस होता है लिरिक्स के ऊपर।
जब हर बात में याद आए मेरी, जब मेरे बगैर लगे कुछ कमी, हर ख्वाब जब जुड़ा हो मुझसे, जब मेरी फिक्र लगे अपनी, जब हर बात में याद आए मेरी दुआएं दिलाने लगे, जब हर बात में याद आए मेरी दुआएं दिलाने लगे, दिलाने लगे, तब आना मेरे राहों में कहीं मिल जाऊंगा, तब आना मैं देख के तुझे लिपट जाऊंगा, तब आना, तब आना मिल जाऊंगा, अभी जा, अभी जा, अभी जा।
Music should inspire and create an emotional impact on the listeners. Only then, both the artist and the listeners can make a connection and enjoy. Started as a cover band 5 years back almost, and now we're working on our debut album, which will be called Khala. Well, there are no specific reason as to why we chose such an unusual name. We were always so obsessed with the skies, the space, and the stars, so we kind of wanted a name that would complement all these elements. And so we decided to name our band AARISH, which means the sky.
जो लोग अपनी जगह पे खड़ा होना चाहे वो हो सकते हैं। आज की रात आप लोगों के नाम। बोलो बोलो तुमने क्या देखा, बोलो बोलो तुमने क्या देखा, तुमने मेरे में क्या देखा। वैसे तो चेहरे हजारों हैं, मेरी उदास निगाहों में तुमने क्या देखा, क्या देखा। मेरी गाड़ी देखी या मेरा बंगला देखा, या मेरा मुझसे नहीं है, मैं तुमसे दूर चला जाऊं या पास चला आऊं, इकरार तुमसे नहीं है। जिनको आता है मेरे साथ गाइएगा। वैसे तो चेहरे हजारों हैं, मेरी उदास निगाहों में तुमने क्या देखा, क्या देखा? सपनों का घर जो बनाया था, वो घर तो मैंने तुम्हारे लिए ही सजाया था। वो ये खबर न थी, ये पता न था कि तुम झूठा प्यार हो। तुम्हें अपना कहा, तुम्हें प्यार दिया, लेकिन तुम कोई और हो। तुम्हें प्यार मुझसे नहीं है, प्यार मुझसे नहीं है, प्यार मुझसे नहीं है। मैं तुमसे दूर चला जाऊं या पास चला आऊं, इकरार तुमसे नहीं है। Let's see who makes more noise this time. Tough competition नहीं है, please make some noise. ये खबर न थी, ये पता न था कि तुम झूठा प्यार हो। तुम्हें अपना कहा, तुम्हें प्यार दिया, लेकिन तुम